Within 72 hours, one man went from being called a great American by the White House to being effectively demoted and removed from his post. His name is Gregory Bovino, and until yesterday, he was the face of the Trump administration's most aggressive immigration crackdown in American history. But what happened in Minneapolis over the past 3 weeks has exposed something deeper than just one controversial commander. It's revealed a fundamental crisis in how America enforces its laws. This is the story of how everything fell apart. Gregory Bovino is a 28-year Border Patrol veteran who spent most of his career at the U.S.-Mexico border. He was the chief of the El Centro sector in California, 70 miles of some of the most heavily trafficked border territory. But here's where his story takes a turn. Under the Biden administration, Bovino was actually relieved of command at El Centro. The reasons? An inappropriate social media profile picture showing him with an M4 assault rifle. Then Trump returned to office. And suddenly, Bovino wasn't just rehabilitated. He was promoted to commander-at-large, a roving position that gave him authority anywhere. Bovino led operations in Los Angeles, Chicago, Charlotte, New Orleans. But it was Minneapolis where everything went catastrophically wrong. January 7th, 2026, the first shooting. ICE agents kill Renee Nicole Good in her car during an immigration raid. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara makes a stunning statement. There have only been 3 homicides in Minneapolis so far in 2026. 2 were committed by federal immigration agents. He adds, the Minneapolis Police Department recovered about 900 guns last year and arrested hundreds of violent offenders. We didn't shoot anyone. But here's what made Minneapolis different. The community fought back. Not with violence, with presence. Residents organized ICE Watch patrols. When federal agents arrived, people would record everything. Bovino's response: tear gas, against American citizens exercising their First Amendment rights. A federal judge actually issued an injunction against Bovino, ruling his use of chemical irritants against protesters was unconstitutional. January 24th, 2026, the shooting that changed everything. Alex Pretti was a 37-year-old ICU nurse at the Minneapolis VA hospital. On Saturday morning, he joined protesters recording federal agents. Multiple verified videos show the sequence. Pretti films agents, helps a woman pushed to the ground. Agents pepper spray him directly in the face. They drag him into the street. One agent walks away with Pretti's gun 1 second before 10 shots are fired. Killed by the government. Here's where Bovino made his fatal mistake. Within hours, he claimed, with no evidence, that Alex Pretti intended to massacre law enforcement. DHS Secretary Christy Noem backed him up. But the videos told a completely different story. Pretti had his phone in one hand, trying to help a woman. He was pepper sprayed, disarmed, and then shot. Use of force experts were unanimous. Nothing in the videos supported the government's narrative. Even other cops thought this was wrong. In November, a federal judge had reviewed Bovino's deposition from a previous case and wrote, Bovino appeared evasive, providing cute responses or outright lying. The public responded. Thousands attended vigils. A GoFundMe for Pretti's family hit $1 million. Major Minneapolis corporations called for de-escalation. Most stunningly, a Republican candidate for Minnesota governor dropped out of the race, saying he couldn't support a party engaged in retribution. By Monday, 48 hours after Pretti's death, the political calculus changed. Trump spoke with Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Then came the announcement. Greg Bovino would be leaving Minneapolis, returning to El Centro, officials said. But make no mistake, this was a demotion. And who's replacing him? Tom Homan, Trump's border czar, himself the subject of a corruption investigation. The White House tried to spin it. But by Tuesday, multiple sources confirmed Bovino has been relieved of his position as commander-at-large. It's over. So what does the Greg Bovino story really reveal? First, when federal power meets civilian resistance with cameras, the cameras win. Second, there are limits to what the public will accept. When an ICU nurse is killed on video, even Republicans start questioning the tactics. Third, community resistance works. Minneapolis didn't stop Bovino with violence. They stopped him with documentation and moral clarity. But here's the critical question. Does replacing Bovino actually change anything? The 3,000 federal agents deployed to Minnesota are still there. The tactics might change, but the fundamental conflict hasn't changed at all. Alex Pretti's family said their son wanted to make a difference in this world. In death, he did. The question is, will that reckoning lead to real change? That's what we'll be watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below.